All right, today is Thursday, October 1st. We're going live from Flagstaff, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? It's Greg Corbett with the AZ Lifestyle Group, currently in Flagstaff, Arizona. We are helping people from all over when it comes to finding the best places to live here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about making a move and you need any assistance whatsoever, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We got your back when it comes to moving to the Phoenix Metro. I'm totally thrown off today, Rudy. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've set up this, and let me bring you in here. I've set up this makeshift studio. And, you know me, like I don't have any fancy studio at home by any means, but I just set up shop in the dining room here. And I'm like, hey, let's still go live. But I don't even know what I'm saying half the time right now.
Well, join the club. Because that's how I feel pretty much every minute of my life. So thank you for understanding.
How are you doing this morning? Thanks for joining me, even though I'm up here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just look at it as we're expanding now that you're calling from our, your video from our Flagstaff location now.
Yeah.
So we're just going to continue to grow this channel, which I love.
It's a cool spot. We found a little vacation rental off of VRBO, and we're kind of near. I'll bring up the map. Hopefully. We're kind of near the Continental Country Club here, this vacation. So if we look at Flagstaff and kind of over in this area, it's so nice up here. And it was nice to have the cooler temperatures. I think we had lows in kind of like the high 30s today. But I mean, it didn't feel super cold. Like the sun comes up, it warms up quick, and the weather's fantastic. So we're excited to be up here. I mean, we wanted to come up here and just kind of finally get a little break away from the heat, since it's been, still in triple digits as highs down in Phoenix. But I mean, now we've been contemplating this just with this entire year, how it's played out with Shannon being able to work from home and be able to work remotely. And obviously I have a little bit of flexibility on my end as well, where it's like, hey, rather than spend the entire summer in Phoenix, can we have a potential spot up here? So we've been playing with the idea of maybe coming up or finding a place up here as well. So we're going to be doing a little bit of video footage as well to kind of document that and see. And I know you had talked about that a little bit as well.
Yeah, Flagstaff is a popular destination right now for people that are doing the exact same thing you are, and it's a great place to live, a great place to have a vacation rental if you're able to do so. So I'm super excited for you, because that means now I've got a place to go when I'm up there. So let's find a place.
That's right. No, well, hope to do so. I'll tell you, like, the market is crazy down in Phoenix. It's even crazier up here.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that we've been kind of keeping an eye on, it's going under contract like within hours. It feels like there's not a whole lot of inventory up here, and so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we can get in to even take a look at a few. Hopefully we can. I mean, honestly, we need to talk to you about what we can even afford. I don't even know. We're just going to go look around and see what looks good and kind of what makes sense style-wise, neighborhood-wise. I mean, we're kind of in the same boat as anybody who'd be watching the channel and being like, hey, we want to know about what it's like living down there, what are the best neighborhoods. I mean, my wife and I have never been to Flagstaff together, like, since we've known each other, which is kind of strange. I mean, for our travels and stuff, but this is our first time up here together.
Diablo Burger. Make sure you stop by.
All right.
Sometime. It's probably top 5. I've got a lot of burgers that I've eaten in my life that are pretty good, but I would put it top 5 best burgers if you get a chance. They're not allowing you to dine in because of COVID, but you can call it in. You can walk up. It's right in the middle of the little square, the little town in downtown Flagstaff. So check it out, man.
All right. Nope, sounds good. We've got a and now with my lighting here, we can't see what Cindy is saying, but she's saying, hey guys, hope all is well. Phoenix AKA Mordor. I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate you watching and checking in as usual, and let us know how things are going on your end. So we're going to be up here kind of checking some things out and kind of figuring out what's going on. I know, again, like it's October 1st. We're excited, I think, down in the valley to have, we're still seeing triple digits in the highs every day. I'm hoping that that's going to start slowly moving its way down. Again, typically by Halloween, that's the real time frame that we know things are cooling off. So we'll have a little bit warm weather, I'm sure, for October, but the mornings have been fantastic, and so are the evenings.
Yeah, the mornings and evenings, we got them sandwiched in. The days are you're starting off your day and you're ending it really nice with some nice weather. So that's usually the first sign of it turning. So I'm super excited for this month to just kind of pass by, because starting November, I know it's going to be, I think I remember last year in November, it's pretty much the entire month and on. That's just beautiful. And
I remember, we usually have warm Thanksgivings. I think last year might have been the first year that I remember where it was a little chilly outside or maybe got a little rain. But typically we have like warm temps during the days, and then it cools down at night. I know we like to eat outside. They love it. Like it's a really tight community. Like people kind of, people have golf carts and they just kind of cruise around the neighborhood. They're like, basically once people find out that you're there, you got a ton of people showing up to your house that all want to hang out and party. But I'm like, that might be good, might be bad, who knows? But
it's like back when I lived in Texas, owning a truck. The minute people knew you owned a truck, now all of a sudden you got people asking you to help them move. Yeah,
no, agreed. And Cindy's asking us what areas in Phoenix are not as hot as Phoenix, but also have little to no snowfall. It's really hard to find. Like the Phoenix metro area in general is going to have pretty much the same temperatures. You can go up like way north to like North Scottsdale, Cave Creek, Carefree areas, and you're probably going to be about 10 degrees cooler because you have a little higher elevation. And that's where, yes, little to no snowfall is pretty accurate, because we do have certain times during the year where those areas up in North Scottsdale will get a little bit of snow with no accumulation. You'll just get it like kind of coming down. It'll hit your yard and then it'll be gone. So I'd say those, as you go further north, maybe, probably like, I'm thinking Anthem would be potentially similar. I don't know if they have the same elevation as some of those areas like in North Scottsdale, but it's kind of up on the edge, like heading up north when you go up north on the 17, it's kind of on the outer edge of Metro Phoenix. So place like Anthem could make sense for you, Cindy. But I'm sure it depends on how much cooler you want to be, because typically you're going to have to travel a little longer. I'd say Payson, which is about an hour outside of Phoenix, that would be kind of a little cooler. Probably not a ton of snow up in Payson, but you can get it. So that would be the next area, I would say. Oh, we've got Prescott and Cottonwood. That's a good observation by Honashikin. Thank you. And I apologize again, like the notes on here aren't showing up on my screen. But so the places like that would be good as well.
We do a lot of loans in Prescott, I actually have quite a few customers throughout the year that are buying primary homes in Prescott. That's a good place to possibly look into if it makes sense.
Yeah, my wife's father is actually he was a builder, and now he's working at a kind of a country club area selling houses up there. It sounds like they're slammed. And so the Prescott area is definitely booming as well. Again, this year has been crazy because it's allowed people to work remotely. It's been like, okay, if we're going to be stuck in our house, and maybe we're going to want to be in a different area and have a different house. Same type of mentality that my wife and I have too, especially with our little one. And it's like, okay, well, we want her to have like a nice way or time to get outside during the summer, so again, easier said than done. If you're, it's always been difficult, but now with people being able to work remotely, it kind of makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it does make it easier. And that's one good thing about living here too that I like during the summer. Yes, it's crazy hot and you're not going to want to step outside for longer than a few minutes, but you also have the flexibility if your job allows you to, or even if you just want to take a week or a little small vacation or family vacation, you can go to some of these towns and not eat up a large portion of your vacation because you're spending so much time traveling. So it really allows you to have the flexibility to enjoy some nicer weather without just having to spend 10 hours in a car or having to go across country in a plane.
Yeah, it's kind of sad for me because I've been out here since '93. I haven't hit so many of the cool little towns. They're like we were coming up here, and I'm like, I've never been to Jerome. And Jerome is like such a cool town. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I mean, it's just like, that sounds silly because of how long I've been out here, but I've never really gone to typically it's like, hey, let's go with friends, hang up there, go with family. It's just never been in the cards. Like, I've gone up to Sedona many times, and I love Sedona, so we've been right there. I just haven't gone all the way up, and it was funny because it's never really been that big a deal to me. I'm like, it's a Grand Canyon, it looks nice. I mean, the pictures look great, but I didn't really care that much. Now as I get older, I'm like, I'm a fool for not going earlier. So it's time to go. It's time to go see, some of the other towns and areas. I mean, there's so many areas around Arizona that, and now that we're doing video, I want to hit them up and share it with everybody else too.
Yeah, our 2-year-old daughter, wasn't a fan of the Grand Canyon. It was a little hot. It was probably about 2 months ago, so it was probably a little too hot for her. And we were probably there 15 minutes, which was really frustrating because it took us. We went to Flagstaff, and it was about an hour and a half drive up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And then 15 minutes later, we're back in the car because she was just screaming her eyes out. But
sounds about right.
That'd be my only recommendation. If you're taking your kids, maybe nicer weather would be helpful. I think.
Yeah, agreed. Well, here's Cindy saying I'm sick of the snow and cold weather. I get you. I mean, I've been kind of blessed to not have to deal with it for a long period of time. Now when I think of snow, I think of like, hey, I want to get to snow for a vacation just to have like a break from Arizona. Once you're here, you don't have to worry about that too much anymore. But so Cindy, you'll have plenty of warm weather. You won't have to worry about too much snow or cold weather. But I know people are like, hey, they kind of want that balance between not having the extreme heat, not having the cold and snow, and that's San Diego. But we still have a few little pain challenges here when it comes to weather. But not as many as most people. And then you don't have to live in California and deal with all the garbage in California right now. So,
and our economy's thriving here. It's the real estate market is as strong, nothing but upward trajectory at this point. So, what's a couple 110-degree days? You can bear with them.
Yeah. I mean, again, I've been doing it for, I don't know, it is close to 27 years now. So it's like, I guess I've been dealing with it for long enough. So now I get it. So now I'm just, it's like, all right, I'm probably like everybody who's like spent 20 plus years in the cold and snow, and they're like, I'm sick of it. I just need a change. So, but I'm hoping to have the best of both worlds. And that's, again, kind of like you've mentioned many times, Arizona offers that, where it's like, hey, 2 hours up to cooler weather, snow if you want it, ski area, all sorts of the woods, and just a beautiful scenery, and then you're back down in the valley for all the nice weather during the winter.
I was talking to a coworker of mine yesterday who's driving up to Telluride in Colorado, and I think he said from here it's about an 8-hour drive, which it's another state. However, 8 hours is not bad to go up to Colorado, and I think he's stopping in Flagstaff. And then from Flagstaff, then the next day he'll ride up to Colorado from there for a total of an 8-hour drive. So not too shabby if you're looking to maybe get out of the state and try something else out. It's not bad.
I've done that a couple times, and on a bus trip, like they used to do these bus trips that take people up to Telluride for 3-day weekends, and you'd go up there, and it was not. Yeah, I mean that's a fun time, and to think about being an 8-hour drive away. I mean, you're 6 hours to LA, 5 up couple more hours to hit Colorado and be up in Telluride. Yeah, that's a fun little trip as well.
Mm-hmm. And now you're starting to see daylight around 6:30 in the morning. It's no longer 5 in the morning like it was during the summer or a couple of weeks ago, which I think is nice, because when we first moved here, it was right smack in the middle of summer, and by 5 a.m. the sun was out, it felt like. So it was a little bit of an adjustment moving here, but now it's around 6:15ish, 6:30 when you start seeing some daylight. So that's a little bit more of a normal morning, I think.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, again, I feel a little kind of a little bit off today because I'm like have so many things going on trying to figure out. So I apologize to our viewers if we don't have all of our stuff together as far as giving you content today, talking about Phoenix particularly and that type of thing. But Rudy, anything that you've had going on this week that you want to share that would be, informative to anybody out there who's watching?
Well, on the mortgage side, after the debate on Tuesday, there was a little bit of volatility with the interest rates. Not anything to really be overly concerned about, but leading up to the election, it looks like it's going to be relatively quiet.
Okay.
Unless something catastrophic or unexpected happens between now and then.
That's almost guaranteed to happen.
You're right. So then you need to go ahead and just make a decision and buy a house right now. Then, if that's the case. It's just going to be interesting for the next 4 weeks or so. What's going to happen in our world. But I just can't believe that we're in October already, and I can't believe that the year's almost over.
Yeah.
It feels that it was just yesterday that I just looked up and it was, March or whenever we started doing some of these videos and all this whole COVID stuff started happening. So I don't know, man.
It's been a blur for sure. And I think a lot of people probably feel that way. I think with all the news we've had, with all the negative stuff that's happened within the year, I think it's pushed a lot of us, including, especially for me, like I have wanted to disconnect from news and media and everything, all things related to that, and just try to focus on positive things, try to focus on helping people the best we can, and so it'll be interesting going into next year, how certain things play out and, how we're all affected. If we have any kind of spike in cases again, how we have to, potentially try to watch out for that and protect everybody the best we can. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Don't mean to bore people to death with mortgage stuff, but when COVID happened, a lot of the jumbo lenders, jumbo loans are loans greater than $510,400. So 510, 400, anything above that is considered a jumbo loan. And it's no longer a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac conventional loan. Well, those loans went away for about a month to about 2 to 3 months. They went away, and so people that were buying homes that were above that loan amount had to look at other options, maybe doing a first and the second lien, maybe doing something a little more creative in that regard. But the jumbo loans, when they came back, then they required 20% down, and that was about 2 months ago when they came back, and we're rocking and rolling. We're doing them again. Well, today they announced we are now opening up another one, which is a 10% down jumbo program, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but
I think that's a big deal.
I think so too. There's a lot of folks that are looking to buy homes in the 900,000 range, and that 20%.
It's a lot of money that you could keep in your pocket and not have to leverage yourself. So I think that's huge.
Yeah, so it came out today, and we're rocking and rolling with the 10% down jumbo loan. So that's really exciting. I was waiting for that to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon, but I'm excited that it has.
Good. No, I love that. That will definitely free up a lot more people to kind of do some stuff. So I think that's good news for sure. Cindy has a good question. She basically is saying, I've heard that Arizona has one of the worst school systems in the country. is that true? And I don't think I'm qualified to answer this because I haven't had any. I think I graduated high school in Mesa. I went a year and a half at Red Mountain High School in Mesa, Arizona. That's where I.
And you turned out okay. You appear to
well,
turn out okay.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a reflection on our. I don't know. Who knows? But you could call that however you want. But I haven't had any children go to school here. My little one is younger and haven't gone through that. I think when you look at, obviously when you look at all the online resources and you talk about how people rank it, Arizona tends to rank, I want to say last time I looked, like Arizona was probably like number 40 out of 50. I've seen it further down. So to answer your question, Cindy, it's been ranked lower for sure for a long period of time. I don't know if that is because of the entire state as a whole, because obviously we have areas within the state that are ranked highly when we're talking about Scottsdale School District, Chandler School District, Gilbert. I think Peoria is ranking pretty high right now. So there are a lot of school districts that I think are doing well. I think as more people move here, there's more people who are requesting or want things to be better when it comes to the school system. So I'm hoping that is improving it. But I think from a situation of like paying teachers and taking care of teachers, I think that's where Arizona has struggled quite a bit. And I know there are plenty of people out there that support teachers and want to help improve, their situation, because if we don't have good teachers, we're going to have a bad school system. That's kind of the bottom line on that. So that needs to improve. It's hard to say how much worse it is versus, other states. The kids that I see going through the system right now seem to be doing pretty good. So it's hard for me to say for sure. I'm not going to be a cheerleader saying Arizona schools are great, because I don't know that, but I think they're probably better than what the national rankings typically give it.
Yeah, and I know that right now with elections coming up, a lot of local policymakers and lawmakers are really pushing to address that. There's a proposition that's looking to help, fund the school system more so. So I think there's definitely conversations and there's definitely discussions going towards that to how can we improve it. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but I think the conversations on how it can be better are being had. And like you said, Chandler, Gilbert, they have great school systems. We're lucky that the elementary school that's zoned to our home is considered a very good school.
Yeah.
So. And then they have a lot of really good private schools here as well. But you just have to do your due diligence for sure, depending on what your goals are. Yeah,
no, 100%. So and that's another thing that we try to guide people on while we're out here. And I mean, I use greatschools.net as a resource. So if I don't know anybody in an area that can be like, hey, my kids have had this experience or this experience, I tend to use that website. I don't know if that's the best thing ever to judge schools off of, but that seems to be what a lot of people tend to use as a resource. So, try that, and then, as much as social media drives me insane, like there are some good community pages where you can get on and be like, hey, I'm looking to have my kid, or I'm looking to live in a certain neighborhood. I'm looking to certain schools. There goes my dog. And, apologize, everybody.
He's got some school recommendations.
I mean, I'm gonna have to shut off this video just because my dogs. I guess there's people coming home. So I think I forget what I was talking about. I know I was talking about schools, but and like the community pages on social groups. It's like get on there, ask the other parents, and they can give you some good feedback as well. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and since we're coming up on 30 minutes anyway here, Cindy, I appreciate you jumping in and asking questions. As always, we're going to let everybody go. It's been kind of a mess of a show to a little. Hopefully somebody got some good information out of what we're doing. We'll be back on the regular schedule next week or back at home. So until next week, we'll catch you guys later. Take care.